Hi Sarah, your question, for getting in close to your subject, what would you say is the closest you could get that wouldn't cause distortion? So it's not the getting in close. Distortion is dependent usually on your zoom, your focal length. So if you've got a wide focal length, let's say 24 or something like that, or even 35, and you get in very close, then you'll for sure get distortion. If you have a more zoomed lens, a more telephoto lens, which on a crop frame camera would be 50 millimeters and up, on a full frame camera would be more like 85 millimeters and up, then you could get in as close as you like and you wouldn't really get any distortion. It's much more a question of the zoom. How wide is the angle? How wide is the viewing angle, as in a low millimeter, a low number, millimeters, like 24, 18, 17, something like that. That's really where distortion is primarily caused. Okay, number 2, for bringing the subject far from the background, is it the further the better, or there's a limit if we want the background to add to the picture? How far would you suggest? That's a great question. So in places where the context of the background, generally in portrait photography, if you're in you're just in a regular place like a garden or a park somewhere, then generally the more blurry the better, which means the further from your background the better. The further your subject comes from the background, the more pastel your background will appear, and it will stop taking any attention taking away any attention from the subject. However, if you're somewhere, let's say for example the Koisel in Jerusalem, and that's something they really want to have a picture of, then it wouldn't make sense to completely blur it out, because you want to be able to see where you are. So generally the answer is get them as far as you can, because the blurrier the better generally. However, when there is something contextual about the background, and we're not just using it for graphics, if you're using it just for graphics, then like I said, generally the blurrier the better. If you're using it for context and for story, then you have to make your own value judgment and to give yourself a depth of field which will allow for the background to obviously be recognizable. What else did you write? How far would you suggest? That's included there. Okay, I hope that was helpful. All the best.